Okay, hello and welcome to our first episode of this bankroll challenge. We're starting off at where our bankroll currently is at $85.79, and we're going to be trying to take that up as high as we possibly can. Checking this one back. Not going to be betting here, beaten by so much. I've obviously got a gut shot as well. That'd be folding 2-3. And the same with the 5-10. I'm going to check this one back. Just so you're aware, I'm not going to be playing a GTO style of poker. We're going to be trying to be as exploitable and exploitative as possible, because the players at these stakes are making very big errors. Alright, we've got quads here, and here's going to be one of the exploitative plays I'm going to talk about. We're going to try and get called from a king. We do not. Checking this one, open end pair, could consider leading. Alright. Another card that hits our range pretty hard, we're going to bet it. And here we're going to be going small followed by big, and here we desperately call. Trade value from a queen. What do we think a queen will call? I think a queen will call 10 cents. And unfortunately no queen. And two folds over there as well. Put jacks here. Going to be an open. Three betting the jacks. We want a little bit more protection from jacks than we do with some other hands, so that's why we went 4x. Getting a lead by a guy from Belgium. A board that hits his range a lot harder than it hits our range, so we will call one. It does check back. We're going to check back again. Indicates that he doesn't really have too much 4x in his range. It's for 18 cents on the river. I mean, we're not lobbing it, but we are going to make the call. I think we're going to be... Oh, well, there you are, and that's why we made the call, and that's good to know for later on in terms of the fact that he's been that aggressive with just a total bluff. I mean, you could argue that he's got a gut shot to the 7, but it's a pretty rogue play. Here we've got second pair. We're just going to check this one back to start with. Okay, we're not that worried about 2x because I think he would have bet that, so we're going to go for a small bet, try and get a call from a 5. Something along those lines. Yeah, he just folds. Fold in the ace-9 here. We could limp along, but I want to try and get it a heads up against this guy. He's from Slovenia. Okay. I'm going to go for the same tactic we went before. Pretty broken board. We're going to go small. And if he calls, we're going to go bigger on the turn. Queen 8 is fold. Jack 3 is fold. So we're off to an okay start here. I am a little bit loose at times with some of the calls that I make, and I'm sure there's going to be a number of you watching this footage that are going to notice that I'm making mistakes. The reason that I'm doing this and uploading these videos is to improve my game and just to show others some of the ploys that I'm using, regular cash game tables, in order just to exploit. Don't have a diamond, which isn't ideal, but we are going to see that. King Jack's not quite making it into our mid position. Raises there, raising 9-8 on the button. Folding 2 Jack, and ace deuce. We're just going to check. In pots like this, more when I'm in position, I've noticed that when they check, if you go for a small over bet, maybe to 8 cents here, you take it down a lot of the time. But going 3 away, it's just very unlikely that we've got the best hand here, or that we're going to get both of them to fold at the same time. So we're just going to check back. You get a flat call here from the guy from Slovenia. I've marked him in purple there, as you can see, for big edge. The same for this guy here. Alrighty. Not ideal, but we will 4-bet it to 58. If it was suited, if it wasn't suited, we're just calling here. And if 5-bet jams, we're making a decision. Oh. I mean, we just feel awful about it, but we are going to make the all-in. Get snapped by aces, probably. Yeah. It's frustrating that it was suited. Jack would be nice. Jack would be very nice. No Jack. Yeah, sort of half knew we were beat there, which is a bit frustrating that I made the call away. Particularly when he's playing 29 and 7 stats, but ace king suited. Pretty lovely hand to have. This one. Pretty good flop, second pair, and a flush draw. Check, let him bet if he wants. I'm making a call. I think the 10 might be an okay card for us, actually. Oh god, we're gonna rip it in here, and if we see 8s, we are gonna cry and stop string. Jacks. Well, take a hold, please, dealer. Ace is nice here as well. You gonna take a hold, please, dealer? You gonna take a hold, please, dealer? We don't get a hold. It's a pretty sick start to this session. Call here. Seeing a total bluff from Jack 6. Alrighty, so not the best start, but we're not going to get tilted about it. We had the best hand, just got unlucky with the flop. Made the right play, and this one over here, a little bit unlucky. Alright, flop comes 8-8-6. Gonna go for our usual. Go for a third pot bet here. 7's not an ideal card. If it was anything higher than an 8, even a 10, we would have raised. But I think we're going to be beat here a good proportion of the time. I'm going to check it back. Interesting the way that our hands have married up so far. We block jacks, obviously, and makes it unlikely we can have jacks. So let's see where we are. Yeah, having a bit of a tough time. Fair chunk down. Get a limp from up here. Gonna be making it 12 cents to go. And go to small. Alrighty, he's got more 7x than we've got. We'll check back. Okay. What do we think a king will call? I think it will be 29 cents a king will call. Any min bets? And we take it down. On this one. King 9 here. Not quite making it in. Get a limp shove here. Obviously he's shoving because this guy's short. He's got ace king. We're open for a 6. We want to keep this guy on the table for as long as possible. And he cashes out. Turns out it was a good cash out despite the flop thinking that it was going to be a straight coming his way. Not loving this call, but we're going to make it in 2 good pots really to do anything about it. Flopping a gut shot on a board much better for our range than his range. He makes it 4x, so we will just call. Please check back. He's checked, so we go 2/3 pot here. Trying to fold him off. Ace X that we are against, trying to fold him off something like 8s maybe. Kings over here, which is nice to see. And doing that. Do you get the call from the all-in? Call in. Queen, Queen 5. Check it, let him catch up a bit. Maybe he doesn't have a coin. Okay, 10 cents again. Try and get a call from an 8. Something along those lines. 7 deuce. Nice one to see. 3-way going. 3-way 3-bet pot here. We've got a gut shot. Do need to be a queen. Queen of spades would be very, very nice in the turn. I've got 2 overs, which may still be good, and a queen to draw to. We don't hit, and unlikely that we're winning this pot. We can make an easy fold there. Where are we at? It's down 3 tables, down about $1.10 at the minute. You know, from that queen's hand as well as the ace king hand up here. Four-way here, we'll just be checking. No reason to bet. Not expecting a hand worse than ours to call. And the flush gets there. Unlikely anyone's got a flush. Bearing in mind the action's been check, check, check the whole way. This one we're going to make 8 cents. Try to narrow down its limping range a little bit. And flopping a gut shot here. Checking him. Cold call through bet. Start off small, try to get called from Queen Jack, something along those lines. Obviously you can have ace queen, which is not necessarily ideal. Gonna make bigger on the turn. Call from ace jack, something along those lines. Let's just fold. Checking this one and opening this one. Flopping a boat, which is tray nice, and getting bet into. Now, what do we want to do? Money bets again. How big do we want to go? What do we think a full call? Let's go that size. Not calling this one out of position. Back around here. Time that with our 5-9 offsuit. Alrighty. Fold that one. 9-4 is going to be a fold. Queen Jack suited, very much an open from the small blind. And he just snap folds. Folding 4-8 here. Flush draw coming in. 8 queen, not for us. Jack 9 offsuit, not for us either. I'm sure I'm going to look back at some parts of this session and wince at some of my play, but I think it's been okay so far. Maybe the ace-king hand, you know, the ace-king of spades against the aces, just had this horrible feeling, particularly when the 5-bet came in that it wasn't all in. I probably should have got away from it there. And it's never nice to make a mistake on stream, so hopefully be learning from that one in the future. Get called by a short stack here. Okay, we've got an overpair. We want to thin the field a little bit, so we're going to be making it 16. He calls, which is ideal. Hopefully it goes fold, fold. Oh, there's a call. Three betting this one. So he flopped a set here. The guy overbets it. I'm going to be calling. Going to go small, trying to get a call from queen. He's mucking. Did he have? Ace 9. Alright, cool one here. Queen's not a terrible card. The heart makes it less than ideal. He sort of barrels without thinking as well. So we'll just let it go. Alrighty, so we're about 90 cents up now. So, you know, we are turning this ship around slowly but surely. A6 clubs, just going to check it, even though they've all limped, to get it heads up, unless we hit a flush. Struggles, it's nice to see cards for free with this sort of a hand. Very rarely are we going to be good to start. Not the turn that we wanted to see, really. Would have given us the would have been the absolute dream card if we'd have called the bet. Given us an open ender and a flush draw. Ace Jack here. Just gonna be labelling this guy as a fish, less than 150. Aggressive player. Snap fold the Ace Jack. It's quite tight, so we'll let it go at this stage. Still trying to get a feel for how people are playing, who's aggressive, who's not aggressive. It's quite interesting. Ten Jack here. Be an open if Senkin folds, which he does. So they're going to be open. This guy looks like a high 3-bets percentage, but when you actually look at the stats, it's 1 of 6. So he might just have picked up a big hand. So we're not that worried at this stage that he's going to 3-bet. And right on cue, I am proved wrong. And quite obviously we're going to be throwing this into the muck, and he's made our job even easier. Here with a guy that's just joining the table, we're going to make it 8, but unfortunately we timed out. Bit annoying. too worried about that hand. Ace Jack suited hit. That's the cut-off open. Definitely a 3-bet. 3-bet it to 18. And this is the spot I'm talking about with the overbet. Going to be going 33%. Figure out what's best to do with our hand. Does call. Going to go 16 now. And the run out's not been that kind to us. He just snap folds on the ace. Again here. Hopefully they're better on this time than the last time around. Probably going to fare better. We're going to check to start. Our hand's just so strong. We want him to bluff if he's got a bluff. Want him to value bet 7. If somehow he's got a queen, that is just ideal. But we're just going to let him barrel and then raise the river. Alright, we're going small to hopefully induce. What are we calling here? Just immediately folds. Call this one here. Just getting a feel for it. Unsure quite of his ranges yet, as we've only got 42 hands on him. So we don't know how we fare against his mid position open. Hasn't c-bet any, then c-bet, so we know that's strong. Some chat going on up here, is there? This guy's going to get labelled as a fish at under $1. Oh, this is this guy. Pocket rockets over here, or as Charlie Carroll would say, the 7-5 suited. Three bet. Check this one. Well, we don't mind flopping top set. Going small, trying to induce. Now we check raises, not ideal, but we are going to call. And we see a flush, King 2. I mean, yeah. So what I've made a mistake of there is I've allowed him to catch up with pocket aces, haven't hit the set, not c-bet it, I think a little bit too tricky with it, and then here, betting min-bet with the flush draw out there. If that had come a diamond, maybe my play would have been good, but I've clearly made a mistake there, so not ideal. However, you know, top set against the second nut flush, or the nut flush, we've lost a minimum, so not ideal, but again, not the end of the world. Pocket deuces here, opening, 8-4 offsuit. I've got a really bad habit, sorry, of checking Poker Tracker to see how we're doing. In terms of our up or down. I know it's not good. As Kenny Rogers said, never check your money when you're at the table, but yeah, a little bit of a bad habit there from me, and it can play with my mental well-being a little bit, which we think actually we've done alright today so far. You know, had a couple of bad beats, but we've been okay with it. Jack Queen offsuit here is going to be an open from the cutoff. Not a huge fan of the button calling. We don't care about the big blind calling. We're not going to call, even though it's a small raise. 6-8 fold, 7-9 is a fold. Cooler over there. And opening pocket fours. I know some people's ranges at the minute don't have pocket fours in there. I do at these stakes because it's so powerful when you do hit a set. We are, from a theory point of view, this hits our range harder, so we're just going to see bet try and take it down. And we do. And also, even if we're not ahead there, we need so much protection from even ace-5 offsuit, and better really. So, yeah, easy c-bet, take it down, move on to the next one. It's been going about half an hour here. Continue for a little while longer. The reason I'm playing 4 tables and cash as opposed to zoom, 4 tables keeps me in check a little bit more because I know that there's going to be a hand around the corner. And I get a little bit impatient sometimes in certain spots if I'm playing 2 E3 tables. Here's a 3-bet, he's going to open pretty wide from the bottom, and with our pocket 8 we are just going to 3-bet it, take it down. And the reason we're playing cash games as opposed to zoom is because people are making so many mistakes on these particular stakes and these 2 tables. And people, even now it's still only 2NL zoom, are getting a little bit stronger, so we want to take advantage and exploitable spots, and that includes picking what tables we're picking and why we're picking those tables. Alrighty, here we've got a backdoor nut flush draw, as well as a gut shot. We are going to start small, board smashes our range. Alrighty, we are going to make it 20 cents here, slightly smaller than the standard pot c-bet. He calls. Please jam. Alrighty, we're off to the races again. Hopefully we're going to see a hold this time. Take a hold, please, dealer. Wow. Alrighty. And he cashed out, so never beaten poker stars when you cash out. So we're not tilted. Ay, caramba. So you've got cold call over here. So in terms of cold call 3-bets at these stakes, you might be thinking that I 3-bet a bit too much, which ironic because I've 3-bet 1 out of 24 hands on this particular table. But he would have had 10s, jacks, and then him jamming was always going to be ace king suited, ace king offsuit, jacks plus. So yeah, nice 10s jacks I think, and jacks plus ace king, and spiked it. We're going to be calling this all in up here from him. We're going to be c-bet. And we're going to be checking now. I'm going to be getting it in. Pretty nice to see him calling off with an 8 there. I'm not going to lie to you, SPR's got so small that I wasn't really loving life. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to check here. Here goes some more. I'm going to... this is annoying. I'm going to sit out for cash game tins. Move this back along. And we're just going to check. Ah, that's a pretty nice turn to see. It means he probably hasn't got a jack. He does call. He's going to check. I suspect. I'm going to check back. And that's nice to see as well. And we're just going to review this hand here. Again, checking this one. Right, so we have 10s. We open. Okay. We get the minimum 3-bet. You get the min 3-bet, and he jams. Okay, we think he can jam wide, which is why we made the call. We weren't expecting him to call. So then we third pot c-bet. Sorry, let me slow this down. So we go for a third pot c-bet. Unless he's got ace king, we're thinking he's going to fold at this point because our range looks so much like ace king. You know, even king queen maybe, king queen suited. Get a call. We're not thrilled about this, which is the reason that we checked here, and he immediately checks back. So on the river, we've got half pot left. We're jamming, thinking he's going to call wide. He has ace 8, and he has ace jack offsuit. So we scoop to 300 big blind. Sorry, not 300. 250 odd bigs. So yeah, pretty nice. Pretty nice. Just going to put these back into position. Well, winning a pot like that does make up for the aces somewhat, but obviously not ideal. Yeah, so $4 plays $2, so we made about a buy-in at this stage. You know, we've had a couple of bad beats in there, the aces in particular, and we've obviously made a little mistake with the ace king suited as well. Otherwise, this would have been a really profitable session so far. Opens here. So he's had 22 attempts to open a hand and hasn't done so yet. However, this is too strong to fold pre when we're going to be in position. Flop comes down, king 6 king. We do have a backdoor straight, backdoor flush, but we're just going to get out of there. His hand's looking very strong there, considering. Ace deuce, no go. Not the ideal hand to try and isolate. However, we do want to get it heads up, and if you fold, even though we're out of position, we're still okay. Flopping an open ender. We're going to start small, and he just folds. Really nice to see that he just immediately folds. Board hits our range a lot harder than it hits his range. And we also had 10 of spades as a backdoor flush draw if we needed it. Nut flush draw against the overpair here, and he gets the hold with his queens. So yeah, I mean, the fact that we lost with aces and the fact that we lost with queens against jacks, you know, would have been really different. But we're not about results, we're about the process. Exit here. Yeah, paper tracker. Ace-9 suited here. Going to be a call from the big blind. We love this hand multi-way when we get to see flops of cheap. Flop in second pair. Very wet board. Everybody's checked. So we're going to go for 12. The reason we're going for 12 is I think we've got the best hand when he checks. He can, and we need protection from spades, from a 10. It's got an open ender. Yeah, get the fold, and very happy with that. Yeah, we are value betting, but we're not that concerned there if he wants to fold when there's so much out there and the ranges are that wide. Right, gang, we're going to leave it there, and we're going to shortly upload this to YouTube as our first port of call. It's been really enjoyable, and hopefully, if you like the video, please give it a like. It's my first one, and you know, depending on how it's received, we might get a little bit of a more focused response from me in terms of trying to churn out some videos on this Bankroll challenge. But yeah, no, it's been enjoyable, and I look forward to seeing you all next time. Bye bye.